Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your 2016 Year at a Glance readings. This year I'm going to be trying something new, something different. We'll be using two decks to look at your karma and to look at your destiny. Karma, as you probably know, are deeds, debts, blessings from past lives, and they either manifest as something that it's gonna help you in this life, or something that might create a bit of a stalemate, or something that could hold you back. So if we know what the lesson is, then it'll be a lot easier for you to move past it. And then if we know what your destiny is, then we can help you sort of get there faster. So here's your karmic lesson, and here is your destiny calling. Your karmic lesson is really to focus on how you communicate, and also the way that you treat other people. There's a need for you to be a little bit more expressive in praise, and again, as honest as possible. So this may have been coming through because in a past life, either you were cheated or you cheated someone else, perhaps in a contract or verbal sort of like exchange. So once you do that, you'll be able to love yourself, and others will love you much more. And there's also a need for you to ground yourself and spend as much time doing things outside as possible with the Gaia card here. Now let's take a look at the next 12 months and see what the universe has in store for you and how this card's going to play out, your karmic card. So I see some themes of money coming through towards the middle of the year. I want you to be able to, and I see an improvement towards the end of the year. Some of you may have some challenges with either debts, loans, or long-term sort of commitments when it comes to mortgages and things like that. So I'm skipping straight to June and July here. June, July, and December. So in June, I see a potential loss of money, which could be exacerbated in July. Come December, though, I see a recovery on this. So try not to panic too much. And if you can, over these first few months of the year, start saving up so that whatever it is here, it's not that bad. This is why we do the year at a glance, so that you can change the outcome. This is all fluid. And I see that you have money. You've done a good job of saving. Just make some good decisions here as you go between May and June. So let's back up to the beginning of the year. So the first month of the year, I'm seeing 5 of Swords, swords about communication, possibly a miscommunication. And we see that the word Lord came here, which is all about dishonesty, honesty, being very careful in communication. So whether you were subject to someone else's lies, or sort of like I would say dishonesty, or not, basically just not having your best interest at heart, or you yourself treated someone harshly, know that this is going to come back, and this is your cycle. This is your karmic sort of lesson. Allow it to be gone. I would say February is the month where whatever happened here, you get a second chance. Fix it, release it. You may also find someone that comes back from your past and may be directly related to this karmic lesson, a past love, a family member, or again, it's just a similar sort of opportunity or something that happens in your life that's mirroring a disappointment in the past. You're going to have a chance then in March and April to continue to work through this. April's a little bit emotional for you. And again, you could have some sort of territorial or political things happening in your life. The best thing you could do is to focus on the future. I really do want you to start to save, to think of your fiscal well-being. May is a great month for that. Try not to get engaged in any gossip or politics. For some of you, you might be thinking of expanding a family. The moon is often about conception. I'm seeing that the best month for that is actually the end of the year, December. And so try not to be upset too much. You might have some challenges here in the middle of the year with conception, also with money matters, because you hit a standstill. And basically June, July, and August, sort of you get a full stop at August. Then things start to shift, and by the time October comes, September is a month when you're just going to feel like everybody's pushing at you and like more than you can manage. But by the time October comes, whatever this challenge was in the middle of the year, it's done. So whether you quit, you leave someone, you're bankrupt, whatever happens, it happens here. And then, oh my God, everything starts to turn around. So if you could, why not, here's my sort of challenge for you this month is, you know your karmic challenge is communication. Why not start off the year being very mindful of how you enter into contracts, what you say to other people, clear things so that you can maybe start to deal with saving and preparing more here in April than May. And then by the time whatever sort of money issues hit you mid-year or health issues pop up, you're actually going to have a muted version of this and you won't feel so stuck. Then this card may also be muted. It might go down to something like the 8 or 9 of swords rather than death. And you can focus now on forecasting for the next year, what you want, what you want to be doing, and saving up. So I see this as avoidable if you allow it to be, but it's all about the contracts, the honesty, talking about this sort of this karmic lesson that you have to learn. So you're either going to let the karma play out, and when it does, it plays out pretty profoundly come October, or you mute it and you say, you know what, I'm going to just be careful, I'm going to hold my tongue, I'm going to focus on demonstrating that I'm, worthy, that none of this, you're going to start to tune out what other people say, and then this will not be perceived as such a difficult end of the year. So you do have some challenges this year, but the positive thing is I see December being a chance for you to recover financially. Also, if you had any health issues, which seem to be popping up around July, you could be, fully recovered by then. I do see one more hiccup coming through. So this is a definite year that you need to move more physical activity. Sometimes the King of Pentacles is somebody who is taking in too much sweets, too much alcohol, too much caffeine. And then what I'm seeing here is stagnancy, possibly a major health shift. You can avoid that as well. The good thing that I want to focus on though is at the end of the year is about recovery. So whatever lessons you had here, they're not, to the point that you can't come back. But October will be the month where you need to be most mindful, and I want you to keep a lower profile. So focus on saving, listening, helping, maybe asking for help, nurturing yourself. The reason the nurture card came up as well is, I am seeing some issues with health and activity. So I want you to look at nourishment and physical activity as a part of self-nurturing, and that's going to help. With love, honestly, this year is more about focusing on yourself, but I see someone from the past coming through again in February. There is a really, it looks magnanimous to me, like a good sign. So I see an earth sign coming through around May, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And those are the two that are jumping out the most at me. So hopefully that's helpful. Again, most of the shifts this year are avoidable for you. If you start to focus on health, on contractual sort of wording, on how you treat other people, on asking for some help occasionally, praising people around you so they know you appreciate them, I feel like you can shift these last 2 quarters of the year so that, so basically make the second and third part of the year be very, very positive for you. But if not, you'll work through it, and you're going to eventually sort of recover a lot of what you've lost mid-year, okay? Hopefully this is helpful. If you need a little bit more specificity into how this relates to you, or if parts of this didn't resonate, I am gonna have a 45-minute option where you can reach out and I can do a personalized reading for you. So I'll put a link to that and you can check this out at your convenience. Otherwise, take a look at January 2016. Those have been posted as well. And if you haven't already subscribed or connected with me on social networks, now's a great time. As you can see, sometimes I post a lot at once, and it would be a great way for you to sort of keep track of that and then not have to hunt and peck for everything, because I do list everything nicely in the newsletter. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope 2016 is filled with great opportunities, and that all of these sort of hiccups that we saw are things that you can now work past because you know that they're happening. And knowledge is power, and I believe that the future is always in flux. So take care of your health, protect your wealth, and remember that what you say has a great effect on other people. So think about the way you're communicating and the way you're praising people around you, and you might find that you have more advocates and more help if you do so. Finally, take care of yourself and pay special attention to fitness and basically both your mental and your physical well-being this year. Okay? Thanks so much. Talk to you really soon, and thanks again for all the support.